Okay, guys, in the old days, this is how it used to all start out. Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, yo. Phew, I made it. When I go back into those old videos and wow, I really felt like I had this chance that I really thought I had a chance. Now, I don't want to overspeak about like I had a chance. I just think that the industry had a chance to have more voices, more eyes, more ideas, right? This is what Chart Chat Connect was all about. And so the yo 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 to the yo 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 few, I made it. It had this little bit of sweetness to it because I was excited. I'm not excited anymore. No, I'm not. I keep producing the charts. I keep trying to lay out some ideas and concepts. And fortunately, I do have a very kind of small, intimate group that they have their own, we each have our own unique ideas about price. And this is what makes, listening to other people of great value. But they don't come on YouTube. I think maybe one of them used to have a YouTube show. And, one of the problems, of course, that we all have is that, we get trolled to death. It's horrible. It really is horrible. And I don't want to make everything, when I come online, I don't want to make it all about these psychopop, you know, problems. But there's so many of them, like all the time, that it's hard not at a certain time of the day where you're just like, dang, why can't we? Why did the internet have to produce this thing towards people, you know? And I just think it really sucks. And the problem is that there's a lot of people that don't suck. Like they're really cool people, and they never even got a chance. They just never even got a chance. And I think that that's just really, you know, that's just really bad. And, every time I hit the button and I go live, I'm thinking to myself, I'm really giving myself another chance to, be really good at what I know. And, but man, oh man, oh man, it's tough. All right, so that's a great way to start the show. I'll be with you for the next 30 minutes. I have ALEXA that's going to be my inline producer tonight. Thank you very much to Amazon for that. And in the meantime, we will go over to YouTube, make sure that we are live as we do. And I'm not doing Stream Elements tonight. I am coming to you straight from the desktop of Beauty Bubble Now, aka The Beauty Bubble on YouTube. Just the screenshot. Change over my live chat to, or my top chat to live chat. And let me see if we can we have the Nightbot working for the Nightbot, but I don't see the Stream Elements Nightbot come in. So let's see if we can, there he is, Mr. Elements himself. We also changed up the hashtags. A little bit of controversy around these hashtags. People not really too sure, if they're working. Nothing is going to work. I truly do believe that all of this stuff about if you're a small channel, you can still make it big. You need something that is viral. You need to growth hack virality. And so I've been listening to a few of these growth hackers. By the way, that frog in my throat, that's called nerves. That's all that is. I don't think any amount of water is going to change it tonight. we'll give it a try though. I'll probably get up and get another glass. So growth hacking, viral video, some sort of, so like quasi salacious content. These are all like breakthrough moments. And even then, these breakthrough moments, they can just be that. And that's all that it is. There's really no aftercare. There's not where you're going to be getting any more followers. And then also on the flip side of that, it doesn't matter what I could show you, for example, how good I could be at what I do, and then you come every day and you're like, wow, Beauty called that tag of that lower channel. How did she know that? How did she know that that was a possibility when certain prices failed, and then this would happen because she didn't know the news was going to react this way. She didn't know the CNBC was going to be calling for the $7,000 mark, and then 4 hours later, we'd get our heads handed to us. But she did at least let us know that there are two scenarios, and one of which was that we would be better off coming down to the lower channel. And when I say things like that, we would be better off, the market knows that too. Now, I can't infuse that kind of observation on you. I can't teach it to you. There's plenty of other people that could probably get into, the structural elements of it and tell you exactly why it happened. But, with just a few lines on the chart over the years, there's just some things that they repeat themselves. They produce a result in a certain way. And something that I'm always fighting is that on trend is what we talk about, price on trend. But the thing about Bitcoin is that on trend, of course, is telling you that over time we would get to that trend line. That's why I have to project higher numbers than I would if we go from price to the line, which is what we have tonight, okay? It's literally where price was, and then, of course, it slices right down and slams into the trend line. We see this over and over again, and it's just super hard to kind of, what's it called? I don't know, like have that distinction because, the trade is very complicated. Anyone that tells you that, it's just simple, okay, we'll go with that. But if you enjoy the charts, then, you will dig into it like an art form, like a science, like it is. It is a science. And, and then you'll be, if you're fascinated by these kinds of things, then you will enjoy talking about the nuances of how price arrives at its destination. I do talk quite a bit about destination, about price projection and destination, and because these are kinds of concepts that have, worked well for me. So if you've never heard of me before, I am Beauty Bubble, aka The Beauty Bubble, here on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and you're right, I'm just a total, failure. And I have a very loyal but small following that I've been building and building, and yet having to chase down YouTube. There was a time when we were monetized on the channel, and that was really cool, to the tune of about 2 cents, but still cool. You felt like you were really made part of the YouTube compensation. And when they started to change things around, the first bit I was very confident that we could establish, and then the second part, which is the 1,000 subscribers, and asking for subscribers, I get hate and trolled about that. Then we hear from the marketers that you're not even supposed to ask for subscribers, that that's some sort of e-begging, or let it happen organically and all this sort of thing. Okay, listen up. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. There is no organic. I have seen so many people come on, and it is not organic. A lot of it is solicitous. A lot of it is outrageousness. A lot of it is suggesting that you're a licensed professional, where you're kind of overstepping, that it's really not just a conversation. It's not chatting, and connecting. It's something completely different. It's selling a course. It is selling a monthly subscription. All of those sorts of things, which are inorganic and fine. It's okay. But for you to be inorganic and yet require of me to be organic, I think has really screwed with my channel and probably a lot of people that really just wanted to get together with the tens of thousands of people that are interested in my topic. And so it's been it's been hard to fight out. It really is. And this month, the entire month of August, I'm doing something special for Stream Elements that I chose to do. And I changed up my avatar over on Twitter to support everything that they do. I absolutely love the third-party software because I migrated over to OBS. And so I'm really enjoying that. And now I'm realizing that there's other industries that are just more fun. These are people that are very supportive, and they're still super smart, talented. Their coder teams are just wonderful, and they're cool people. And I truly, in the very beginning, I had no idea that there would be so many uncool people who would put a boot on the back of my neck before they would let me be proud or get another subscriber or any of those kind of things. I mean, they would just much rather put a boot on the back of my neck, which is just, it's just, it's sickening. It's going to come right out. So I did the hashtags tonight, Bitcoin, cookbook, and drama, thinking that, well, I'll go ahead and keep using these silly hashtags, but I think that we're all pretty much aware that nothing works. It really is in the hands of you guys. You guys come to listen because you enjoy me. That's it. And if this kind of project just expresses that you enjoy people that use foul language, that lie to your friggin' faces, that charge you money, that have these really crazy anarchist hate speech, that you just enjoy those people more than listening to me. So I've had to really come to terms with that and realize that at a certain moment in time, October will be the 5th year of Chart Chat Connect as a domain. And then I think we're going to be making a decision as to how we're going to proceed. And I'm excited to come to some sort of conclusion, or maybe even a new chapter for where I fit in. And, we all do have a place and a space, and we all have something to say. We all have stories, and I'm a great believer in these things. And just the fact that I use this technology that I love streaming. I think it's just fantastic. It doesn't mean that I will be successful at it. And I have to be okay with that. So we won't know until the end of, I think it's October. It's either like the 18th of October or something like that, where we have to make the decision. I think they let you go for another month after that. But yeah, there's like all these things, and then we'll get into the chart in just a moment. Let me go ahead and share my link out. And let's get the hashtag in front of there. And let's go for, how long have we been on? Oh, I can't tell. There we go. All right. So the tweet went out at the 15-minute mark. Okie dokes. All right. Earlier today, if you were over at Twitch, you guys have the Twitch? Oh, because I don't have the full. I did not put the full package down below, the full description. But over at my Twitch today, we talked about this massive channel. Let me get into the. This is a 4-hour chart, by the way, and this is a support line that became a resistance line, the red line that you see here. And then this lower line here is kind of a newer line because of this area over here on the left-hand side. So this is a newer line. I should have dated that line, but I'm glad that I did go ahead and put it in so that we can see that there's some, oscillation inside of this massive channel. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 important price point destination lines that I have on the chart. Down below is my RSI with these 2 levelers. These have like boutique numbers. I'm not going to give those out to you, but there's a green line for the support, red line for the resistance in the overbought, oversold regions. So, we can see that we are underneath what is called oversold. We are underneath there. And, it's pretty interesting that we would get there at different times. You'll notice that we got there when price was here, at the ledges basically, down here, and now here. So what we can do is we can make some assumptions from that, is that we should see a ledging out. So if we do not survive this line, of course, it's a true abyss, what we call the abyss. Down below, there may be some numbers on the left-hand side that we'll get other ledges from, but right now we're just looking for a conclusion of the pullback. The 240 gave us a ruby cross. That's that magenta bullet or hot pink bullet that you see there. And you can basically start to count the ledges. 1, 2, 3. We're looking for the 4th one. The 4th one can be a recovery ledge, or price will continue to move down, and it'll be seeking its resolution way down here. Is it going to go to the 6,000? 58.66 is our low marker. We can tolerate a little bit of price give at 58.66, but that is the low of February of this year. And we want to sort of kind of avoid all of that if we can, to keep continued interest in the name. The news that we got out today, which some of us, of course, know that it doesn't really affect, but it sort of affects. There's a few things that happen in the market today that may be kind of interesting that you may not have thought about. But there were opportunities to get into a Tesla push today. So we may have seen some rebalancing, getting out and then moving money over to legacy. That's a possibility. Or the fact that this ETF news is so sensitive for all of us that equity just did not want to, risk. And so they decided to get out because we will not see a resolution on one of the ETFs until September 18th, I believe, is the date. I did put the PDF from the SEC over on my Twitter. If you wanted to go over to Twitter and find it, it is over there for your perusal and reading. But that's really it. Because I had done this short so much earlier in the day, it's no surprise The 243 held the price hostage for the entire move. It was a great cross. Actually, it was an 841, 243 cross. Amazing 4-hour cross inside of the channel, and it just did not let up. And so here we are. It's really going to depend. I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, oh no, we're not going to do well here. But we do have the RSI. It can go a little bit deeper, but if it stays sort of kind of chopping around in this range and doesn't do a divergence or something weird like that, then we do stand a chance to find the end point, stay there, and then come back into the channel. So that's kind of my thinking around it. Here we're getting liquidations on the EOS contract, and let's see if that's going to pick up on the rest of the pairs. Let me head on over to a smaller time frame so we can kind of see. I'll go into maybe the 5-minute interval so that you can see how we're lollygagging on that line right now. This is a 5-minute. Remember, it's a trend line, so there's not going to be too much difference here. When you're up close, I don't know, the parallax on this is always weird, so I don't change it over to a different scale. But anyway, that's what's going on here. I'm going to kind of zoom in and see if you guys can kind of see. We are very gently under here, and right now we're just looking for higher lows, which we do have. You'll notice we do have higher lows, but we start breaking down and we come below 65.50, I guess, then we really have problems. You can manage this if for whatever reason you're kind of up in the middle of the night and you don't know what to do. There are certain things that you can do. You can draw Fibonacci on any one of these swings and manage a position that way. But because everything is parallel, you'll notice that the Bollingers are all parallel. The interior Bollingers are going in a downward slant, which means that the Bollinger can open up, it can expand, and then find its way to come down. We have our RSI on the 5-minute at the 41, and you'll notice that it has been inside of really kind of no man's land. There has not been a serious decision made. Down over here, you had a chance in the lower wick that you could have gone long, but there's nothing so much there for us as we kind of waffle in between the Bollingers. But we can keep it on here just to see if that EOS is going to trickle into other parts of the market. And now it doesn't look like it, but those 3 interesting candles. Okay, hold on just a moment. I'm going to be on mute for just a moment. Oh boy. Well, that EOS let us know, huh? Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Well, let me see where we stand over at YouTube. We have crypto news, Choco Trading, Texas West Capital, Whale Pool myself, Ion, Bloomberg, Maestro Way, Crypto Trading, Fat Signals, Coinbot. So there's a whole lot. Like a whole lot, of. But, Crypto News has 228 people watching. Chaco has 38. Texas West has 134. WP has 80. Hion has 24. Oh, did I see a typo? Oh, there's a typo in the description. Well, let's see how this is all going to work out. At least we have it archived. So that's a good thing. They just keep coming into, gee whiz. Oh man. Midnight trade too. Wow. That happened so fast, guys. Hold on. I can't believe it's been a half of an hour. Okay, and because we try and stay on schedule, I will bid you guys farewell until next time. I do try to go live every day, either on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. And of course, you can always reach out to me on Twitter. My DMs are open. And I do try to, with a very simple hashtag Bitcoin, put chart URLs, articles, concepts, thoughts, etc., as to what I'm seeing in the market. But reach out to me. And for my Bitcoiners, please be safe. This is the season of Hackadoo, as I've been calling it. And so we want to keep your coins really safe. I will talk to you all later. Thank you for stopping by. If subscribing to the channel is your thing, please go ahead and do so. If not, just look for uh, over on YouTube. You can just go Bitcoin Live. And if I'm live, I'm live. And I will talk to everyone soon. Bye now.